Hey guys, you might have seen the video I did back in February of this year where my Craftsman made by Husqvarna lawnmower, the little thing had quit engaging, the blades quit engaging, so I had a temporary fix. I had ordered the part, but it hadn't came in yet. Anyway, so I did a temporary fix thinking, oh, it would just last a couple of months. Well, it's now end of September, and the little temporary fix just finally broke this past weekend in the middle of mowing. I do have the part now. It came in, so I'm gonna actually put a new part on. And if you guys remember from the temporary one I did, I just kind of created a new little bend in the spring there and put it on, but that spring is just so wore out it keeps breaking. And I've also got another part here, a spring. I think my spring that removes the tension from the belts when you turn off the belt is missing, because what I've noticed is if I get off the lawnmower and leave the engine running, even if the blades aren't engaged, the blades are still kind of barely spinning. Creates a little bit of a dangerous thing there, so I want to make sure I get that resolved too. Anyway, gonna start through the process of pull off the deck and see how easy it is to get to the part there and trace the cable. Okay, so let's trace where this cable is. So we open the hood here. Make sure you can see this here. So there's I can remove this. Where you can see that. You can see the little piece here that moves. The cable is right here, and then it just runs down there into the. I mean, I'll be able to kind of trace it around pretty good and get it to go. Pretty simple. It's gonna be a pretty simple swap actually. So let me go ahead and get the deck off, because I know I'm gonna need the deck off to hook up the cable on that end. I did a separate video on how to remove the deck. If you guys want to go watch that, it's just I think there's 5 little clips you have to pop out and pop this deck off. I'll put a link to that video up here. Thanks guys. Okay, I'm just getting the deck off here. I gotta clean this up, but I thought about cleaning it first, and I was like, well, you know what, if you guys use your mower, it probably looks just like this too. So anyway, if you can remember the little video I did, I took the end here with a couple of pair of vice grips and bent it around and made it into a hook and hooked it on. And this metal just doesn't seem to last. It's what's given up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove this cable, feed it back down through here and hook it up. I'll probably go ahead and pull this, now that I've got the deck unhooked, at least pull it out and blow all this junk off just to make it run a little better. Okay, well, I've got this out. So here's the spring I was talking about, the return spring. Here's the replacement. It looks to be in good shape. It's still there. I'm thinking the problem is more around the lack of these. Camera here so you can see it, the lack of these brakes. There's one here and there's one down here. They're just getting a little wore out. That one's not as bad, but I'm going to go ahead and replace the spring just to see if that might help. Either way, if not, I'll probably need to figure out a way to replace that little pad right there. Again, I just want to make sure when I disengage the blades that the blade stops spinning, just for safety reasons. Okay, I'll pop the spring off. Just going to get my little pliers in here, clamp them down, and remove it. It's that simple. Just be the same thing going in reverse. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on one side. Oop, needs to be the other way. There we go. I can grab it with the pliers, stretch it, and drop it on there. Piece of cake. We've got the new spring in there, ready to go. All right, I got the deck put back together. Changed the other spring a second ago, the return spring. You see how bad shape the spring is in. The original one, that's why it just keeps breaking. That metal is just pretty destroyed. All right, so you see the cable goes through there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm literally just pulling it up through here. Okay. finally figured out how it unhooks on this other end, so it's in the little, I don't even know what you call it right here. I'm gonna have to pop that off, and then give me a second. After looking at this a little better, I think I'm gonna do better taking this cover off. So there's 4 screws, there's 2 on this side. It looks like it's a T25. Take that back. There are actually 5 of them, one right under the steering wheel. I'm going to loosen up without that one coming out. You see I've got my phone holder there. Alright, so I've got all 5 of the screws out, but as you can see, it's still not wanting to go anywhere. Obviously. So I need to remove the steering wheel. So I'm gonna just pop the little thing up there. You can see that it's pretty rusted here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little, I don't have any blaster with me, so I'm gonna put a little WD-40 down in there, try to let it soak down in that bolt a little bit. See if we can get it loosened up easier. That is a 3/4 bolt nut. But you're gonna have to have an extension probably, because without the extension it wouldn't get flat on there. I'm gonna go ahead and let it, try to turn it just a little bit here. I may have to get a cheater bar to get it started. Alright, let me go find a cheater bar. Alright, instead of a cheater bar, I'm going to use, if I can get a better view here, use my DeWalt impact driver. I'll hold this steady with my knee a little bit. And there we go. Get the right tool for the job, it actually works. Go ahead and remove the steering wheel here. And there we go. All right, and that allowed this to open up just enough that you can kind of get under there and see how everything's connected. Let's see if I can show you here. So you can see right here, it's on here with the, I don't know how well you can see that. There's a little, there's a C-clamp, a little clamp right there, and it's holding it on. So I'm just gonna have to pop that little C-clamp off with a flathead screwdriver, or a if I can get my needle nose vice grips in there, I'll do that too. Anyway, pop that off, put the new cable on, and I should be good to go. Well, correction, it wasn't held on with a C-clamp. There was the connector itself went on the little post, then a washer, and then the spring. The spring is actually what holds the piece in together, so it's a little easier than I thought it would be. That was a bit more of a beating than what I thought it would be, but anyway, it is hooked up. Let me see now if I grab this and turn it. It pulls the spring there. So I'm gonna go ahead and route this back through here. I'll get up on the other end. We should be about done. Just kind of putting everything back together. Cable's routed through here, and it's hooked up right there. And here's the old cable. It's not in the best of shape compared to this new one. So I'm gonna get everything put back together and we'll go check her out. All right, it's all back put together. You know, and to be honest, I mean, if you're looking to do this yourself, now that you kind of know how the cable connects on the other end, you probably wouldn't need to take all this thing apart to get to it. But I needed to, since I really couldn't see up in there very good. We're gonna start her up and go test it out. Not sure you can hear me or not, but here we go. Let's try to enable the got to last time when I just started this row right here on the little side of the road across the street from the house when it died. Oh yeah. We're working good now. And that sure enabled so much easier with that other spring. I stretched out so many different times. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, like. I'd love to see some comments if I did something wrong, backwards, took the hard way. I'd love to know a better way to do it. Thank you guys. Have a good one.